Hi, everybody. Sandy here. Our beloved leader, John Byrne, is, I believe, standing online in Dodger Stadium trying to get his COVID vaccine, so he won't be joining us. What we do have is a guy named Segun. I'm going to ask him to pronounce his name. He's a Nigerian passport holder, and he's worked at 3 companies. He's 31 years old. He's got a 3.5 and a 720. The schools he's looking at. Okay, Segun, introduce yourself. Just say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody. My name is Oluwasegun Adetayo, but you can call me Segun for short. I'm a Nigerian. I'm a pharmacist by profession, and then I do sales every now and then.
Good. Okay, so tell the folks where you're working now.
So I work with a French multinational pharmaceutical company called Biogaran. Biogaran is actually a subsidiary of Servier International, the second largest pharmaceutical company in France.
Okay, so we're calling that
I work as a
Yeah, we're calling that a blue chip company.
Okay.
It's a big it's part of a big company, and that's important because with admissions committees, they're always trying to figure out some markers. That's like that they understand. That's what the GMAT does. That's what working for a well-known company does. So you have to. I would make that more clear on your resume, that it's the size of the company or the size of the mother company. And then you've had 2 other jobs for Bayer.
Yes.
Is the giant German company. Everybody knows that. And then your first job was at Novartis. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So here's your story. We got Novartis for 3 years, Bayer for 8 months, and then how long you been working for Biogaran, your current job?
Yeah, I've been there 5 months. I've been there 5 months now.
Here's something you got to explain. What happened at Bayer? 8 months. That's a little short.
No, 18 months. 18 months. I was there for 18 months.
18 months. This is why.
Yeah.
I got a low GMAT score.
18 months.
March 2019 to, okay, 18 months. That's good. All right. What, and then you've got a 720 GMAT, 31 years old, and a 3.5, and you're a Nigerian passport holder. What schools do you want to go to?
Yeah, I'm currently looking at Wharton, I'm looking at Ross, I'm looking at Darden, I'm looking at Yale and Top.
Yeah, and why do you want to go to school in the States?
Yeah, basically, global experience is very important for me. I don't want a streamlined experience. I've watched a lot of people that I want to be like. For instance, when I was in Novartis, my African cluster group head had an MBA from Harvard. So those are the kind of people I want to be like. Basically, yeah, he had his MBA in Harvard. He's an Egyptian.
Yeah, okay,
so basically, I want.
Tell me what job you want after business school, after your MBA.
I'm looking at healthcare consulting.
So you'd like to work for either, like one of the McKinsey, Bain, or BCG in their healthcare divisions?
Yeah, the MBB, yes. Those are the kind of people I'm looking at.
Man, we're looking for guys like you. I think you can get those jobs with just a serviceable performance in business school. You're on the right track. Man, you got a lot going for you. American business schools, particularly Harvard, crazy about Africa, a lot of development there, trying to increase the African and Nigerian cohort. You got that going for you. You're a little old at 31. You wouldn't think about like an executive MBA, would you?
Nah, I thought about it, but I think I want to immerse myself for that 2 years and and get all the analytics, the experience basically that I can get. I want an immersion basically. I know the executive MBA is an option, but it's not something that I want to consider. I
Yeah.
really
Okay.
want to immerse myself here, basically.
Okay. So I want to establish one thing that is unusual about you. Are you in you in sales?
Yeah, I've been doing sales all my life. Up until this point, I've been doing sales. Yeah, but currently I've been doing sales, marketing, business development, and supply chain management. Yeah, those are the areas that I've been doing for the past 2 years.
Yeah. It's unusual that people in sales apply to business school. It's usually people from the other side. So
Yeah, I understand
well, you
that.
could turn that, like the odd duck, you could turn that into a strength. Uh, Man, you got a lot going for you. You make out a case that you're in sales, you want to transition to management, you're interested in having a big impact in healthcare, pharmaceutical consulting for major consulting companies in Africa. That's a mighty attractive profile. Uh, you got a 3.5 and a 720 that puts you in the running. Particularly, I mean, those stats alone are above average at Darden, Cornell, Ross, and Michigan. Uh, Wharton, the average is a 3.6 and a 730, but man, you're very close. I think your chances,
Yeah.
well, don't get hung up on, these tiny differences. What you've got, your numbers are strong enough. Your numbers are strong enough to convince a business school that you'll be
Thank
able
you.
to do the work.
Okay.
You're not going to get overwhelmed. That's what they worry about, is
Okay.
accepting someone who's lost. Man, that's not going to be you.
Yeah.
And you're a good
Yeah.
performer. Uh, who are you going to get to write your recommendations?
My direct line manager is also in sales, unfortunately. And then my supervisor at Novartis. Those are the two guys that will write my
Yeah, those would be good. And make sure they say in those recommendations what your goals are, okay? Because
Okay.
they've got to say this guy was a great salesman, and he was more than a salesman. He became a kind of man. He quickly transitioned to managerial roles even within his sales function. So that's what you're trying to
Yes.
do. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, 31, 3.5, 720. I think your chances of getting an interview at Harvard, getting an interview, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, but I think once you get an interview, you could be in good shape. I think your chance of being interviewed at Harvard are so like 20, 30%, maybe even higher.
Okay.
And I think at Wharton, man, okay, you allow me to say, I predict you should get admitted to Darden, Cornell, Zueda, and Ross, okay? Your numbers are above their average. Your profile is very attractive. Wharton is where you're, may go one way, may go the other. But I think your odds of getting admitted to Wharton are kind of like 40%. And at Harvard, your chances of getting interviewed are, man, 30, 40%. You don't undersell yourself, man. You got a lot going for you.
Thank you. Okay.
You just got to present yourself as someone who's passionate about having an impact in Africa. It's
Yeah.
gold, man. Schools just love that, and you
Okay.
come by it. You come by it honest. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. That's correct. That's pretty correct.
So that's my package. I think those are your odds. And yeah, the takeaway here is you're solid at a lot of your schools. Wharton would like you, and man, you got a chance at Harvard. Throw one in there. Okay. This has been Friday with Sandy, and our guest, Segway. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see
Thank you
you
so
next
much.
week.
Thank you for having. Thank you
Shalom.
for having. Yeah.
Okay.